Hello everybody, if you're new here, my name is Adrienne, and if you're not, hi, welcome back. How are ya? Love ya, miss ya. Today we're going to be trying to do a little bit of a trad goth makeup look. If you don't know what trad goth is, trad goth, well, the goth culture kind of started around, I want to say, the 80s. The trad goth makeup look is signaturely with white foundation, thin arched eyebrows, dark eyes, lips, and gray contour. So we're gonna be attempting to do that today. I've never tried to do this, so this is gonna be my first attempt and y'all's first look at I guess me in trad goth makeup. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna like it, but yeah, if you know any good tips and tricks, also feel free to leave them in the comments at any point during the video and I will look at them, I promise. And yeah, I guess let's get started. Gonna have lots of fun. Okay, so we're gonna start with skin prep. So I'm gonna go in with this Clinique Moisture Surge foundation. I absolutely love this facial moisturizer. So I'm just gonna take it and we're just gonna rub it in. I like to focus it kind of on my problem areas with dry skin. So that would be like my nose, my chin, my forehead. As you can see, I'm kind of breaking out a little bit right here, but that's okay. Full transparency this entire time on my YouTube channel, by the way. Yeah, you really don't need a lot. I'm just kind of dipping my finger, like the very, very, very tip of my finger in, and just kind of massaging it out, smoothing it a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now that we've got our moisturizer out of the way, we're gonna let it sit for probably like 2 minutes, just kind of let it soak in the skin, and then we're gonna go in with a primer. So for my primer, we are using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with the 4% niacinamide. So this, I find that it really helps stick your foundation on. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews about it, of course, but I used to work at a makeup store. And I mean, I would always recommend it to people, especially this one, because the niacinamide, what it does is it will help tone your skin all while holding your makeup in one place. So you're gonna apply that to your whole face. Once again, I am going to focus it in the areas that I feel like I need it the most. So areas that I've noticed always get cakey whenever I do my makeup. So once again, that's my nose, my chin, my forehead, usually where it ends up just being the driest for me. Of course, everybody's different, so do what works for you. So yeah. Okay, so I've let that sit for a second. So now we are going to go in with this white foundation. I did a little bit of research and I found a lot of reviews on this one. So this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. So this is just in the shade white. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump it on my hand. That is very white. Hopefully that's a good thing. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I don't really know how much I'm going to need. And then I'm going to go in with, so I am just going to take a little bit on my fingers, and I'm going to kind of give myself a little bit of war paint. I put probably way too much on my hand, but that's fine. I'm gonna finish putting this on my face, and so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a damp beauty blender. I'll be right back. So I actually decided to just kind of show you how it's going on. So as you can see, it is a little bit sheer, which is fine because that's kind of what I expected from a white foundation. As you can see, my rosacea is heavily visible. So we're gonna definitely need to do a couple layers of this. Plus, after we're done with that, I also have this NYX HD finishing powder in the shade white, just pure white. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I look a little silly right now. So I'm back. It's kind of giving, wow, that makes my teeth look so yellow. It's kind of giving James Charles flashback era. If you know, you know. If you don't, good for you. It's not giving goth baddie yet, but we will definitely get there. I do wish that this was a little bit more full coverage, but honestly, I am not that mad about it. I did get some on my neck, but I guess we could just blend it down just a little bit here, just kind of let it fade out into my neck. I'm just gonna make sure I got all the little nooks and crannies of my face here. Like I said, you can see my rosacea peeking through, but honestly, I can't even really cover that on a normal basis with my normal products, so I'm not that mad about it. This is also totally still closed, so excuse me while I rip open the package on camera. It's only a little embarrassing, it's okay. Here we go. So this is that NYX HD finishing powder that I was talking about, and we're just gonna kind of cake it on there. So, oh my goodness. Hold on, I can't get it. Tragically, I stuck my nail in it while trying to free it from its little prison there, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna go in with this e.l.f. powder puff thing that I have. We're just gonna, I don't know why I got the mini one. I should have gotten the bigger one. I also should have gotten the matching LA color girl, or hello, LA Girl Pro Coverage concealer, but I remember trying it for Halloween one year and I just did not like it at all. A lot of my goth baddies love it, but the texture of it just kind of makes me want to rip my skin off. And I am not putting myself through that. Oh look, that's already so much better. Oh, that is awesome. We're totally gonna have to go back in with this later after we do the contour, but this foundation is seeming to stay a little bit more wet than I would like it to. So we're just gonna make sure that's all kind of set in place there. And we're just really, like I said, going in there because we want this to be goth baddie full coverage. Like I said, it is giving kind of scary, but that's also what we're going for, so. There we go. We don't want it to look super cakey, but of course we all have skin texture and nothing's going to change that unless you somehow get your pores removed, in which case, why? No, I'm just kidding, but it's not perfect, but it is so much better. I'm gonna clean off my lips and then we will start going in with the rest of our face. So I realized far too late that I have this About Face white liquid eyeshadow that I totally could have used as a concealer, but now we know for next time. I don't know how well it would have worked, but now we know. And I also don't know why I said our face. We're gonna start with our eyes first, and then we're gonna, I'm still not completely happy with this, but it's fine. We'll go through and do touch-ups later. But so I am just going to go through with the white eyeshadow. I know it's like ugly and one of those missing, but this is the Morphe 18 Count Matte Essentials palette. So this is going to be the only palette that we're going to be using today. And we're also going to be, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we're also going to be using this for our contour because it has some pretty good gray shades in here that I think will work really well, and then I think we're gonna use those too, but we're not getting there yet. I don't know, I'm bringing it up. But so normally I do my eyebrows first, but I really want to kind of get a feel for what I'm going to do with my eyes first, because we could go like super angular and inwards with our eyebrows, but I really want it to kind of just depend on like what I do with my eyes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But so we're gonna go in with just a fluffy brush. So I just have this one. I have no idea what it is. Pretty sure I got it for Christmas a couple years ago, probably off Amazon. But so we're just gonna go in with this just pure white shade, and we're just gonna go all over the lid. Really just kind of cover as much of that natural pigment as possible. And we're just gonna repack it in there. I do really like this palette. I use this palette for literally everything, including my eyebrows. I don't know. There's probably another good one that I could get. But this is like my main bitch, you know what I mean? Like, I use her for everything. I love her so much. Me and her have been through a lot together, as you could see. But so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we are going to take a brush. I don't remember what brush this one is either. Let's see. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. So it's just kind of got this like dense little head. So we're gonna take this into our darkest shade of black, kind of top off the excess and blow it off a little bit if you're a little nasty like me. And so we're just going to pack that all into the outer corner and kind of bring it up. See, like that. So we're gonna kind of go a little bit more outward with it as well. Like I said, traditional goth is kind of a big, bold, breaking out of the norms. The 80s is kind of, you know, where all that started to really be popular, followed by, of course, like the grunge movement in the 90s. We're just gonna keep on going, and it does not have to be neat. We're gonna clean it up later, but even then, it does not have to be neat. Don't worry about being a perfectionist. I know that a lot of you are probably gonna want to be, but trust me, you're just gonna drive yourself crazy. We're just gonna keep on going until you're happy with the shape. I really like this shape that we're going with right here, and we're just gonna bring that in a little bit. Okay. So now that we have that shape, I am going to take a small angled eyeshadow brush, just this one from that same set that's probably from Amazon, and I'm just going to clean up that shape just a little bit, just because that's how I like to do it. So I'm just going to take it right here, and I'm going to drag it up from the outside and bring it in, just like that. Nice and simple, nice and easy. There is probably a better technique to doing this, and I know a lot of you are probably gonna be like, well, why didn't you do the white foundation after? I don't know, maybe because I don't want to. I'm not a professional, nor do I claim to be. I'm just doing this because I like it. But so now that you've got that little shape done, you are just going to repeat it on the other eye. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I did have a little bit of a foundation mishap, so I had to redo it. So I just repeated my skin routine, the prep, the moisturizer and the primer, and then I just went back in with that foundation and put a heavier just one coat, and then I did not put the powder on yet. I'm just gonna wait and do that until we bake at the end here, to try to just give it a little bit of a cleaner look. And the foundation ended up coming out a lot more, I don't know, it just looks better. So yeah, so now that we've gotten our eyes done, I think that's, well, I mean, not done, but that part of our eyes done. I think it's about even. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But now that we've got that done, I am going to go in with that. No, I don't want that brush. I am going to go in with a small brush. So I have this. It's just like a, I don't know what kind of brush you would call this. No idea the brand. So sorry. But just this like little square tipped brush. And I'm just gonna go in with that white from our eyeshadow palette, and we're just gonna go in right here on the inside of our eye. Just kind of do that. Fill in some space. For the record, we are not gonna leave it like this. God, oh my god, this foundation makes my teeth look so yellow. They're not actually that yellow, I promise. I take care of my teeth. I try to. I'm also gonna fill in this little spot right here that, there we go. Oh my god, I just realized that I missed a spot on my nose. Hold on. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to just take this fluffy brush. It's stained from like several uses of black eyeshadow. But we are just going to take that white again and kind of give it just a little bit more. Did not like how that looked. Like I said, I am nowhere near a professional in this. Okay. Whew. What color do we want to do? I think we're just gonna go just black and white. Maybe I'll throw in a little, oh goodness, a little bit of this gray shade right here. So I'm just gonna go in with this angled brush that we went in with earlier for the eyeshadow, and we're just gonna kind of draw a little shape. So again, this does not have to be perfect. You can fix it later. We are just gonna carve out a shape like that. I want to kind of drag it into the nose here. You'll see with a lot of the trad goth makeup that they will contour into their nose from their eyeshadow or from their eyebrows. So we are just gonna kind of do it right there and then see where that takes us. Okay, there we go. Cool. And then you're gonna repeat that on the other side. Okay, now that I've kind of recreated the shape on the other side, I am going to take this liquid foundation, or wow, liquid eyeshadow that I was talking about earlier, the About Face, the white one, and I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit on this brush right here, this square tipped brush, and I'm just gonna kind of use that to kind of carve it out a little bit, just kind of make it a little bit more clean. So we're just gonna go in right here. A little goes a long way with this stuff, by the way. You really do not need a lot. Do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be a little bit better than what it was. Cool. And then we're gonna go in on the other side, kind of recreate that a little bit. Right here, curve it out. I'm not sure if you could tell, but I also did bring it up a little bit closer to my brow bone, just because I wanted it to give me that more defined brow look. And then I am just going to take that fluffy brush again with the white powder eyeshadow on. Just kind of set it. Ooh. Stab my eyeball in the process. Goodness gracious. So far, this is looking kind of cool. I want you to know that I'm not using a reference picture, by the way. I'm just kind of using, I guess, like a mix of like stuff that I've seen on like Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. Just kind of like from the storage of my brain. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be annotating. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go back over that black, just kind of clean it up because I want it to be like, so I'm gonna bring this down into here, kind of like the center of my eyelid. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Sorry if you could hear my dog licking, by the way. He does not know when to stop. Like, seriously. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on doing that. I know this is messed up, by the way. I really don't care to fix it. That's what happened last time with my mishap. I tried to fix it and I made it worse. So I'm gonna take this angled brush again, go right back into that black, just kind of darken up this little line that we made, and I don't know if you can see that. I will say this palette does have a lot of fallout, so just be very aware if you use the same one. Maru, can you stop? Oh my gosh, so sorry. And we're just gonna darken it. I do like this palette though, just because it does have a lot of pigment, but unfortunately with that pigment does come a lot of fallout, which is not very fun. So I'm just gonna keep on cleaning that up, and then I'm gonna do the other side, and I'll come right back. So it's a lot more dramatic, which is exactly what we want for this type of look. So we're gonna take a step back from the eyes for a second because we are going to do a little bit of contouring. So I really should have bought more brushes for this. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh well. So I'm just gonna go in with this fluffy brush, and I need to find something to contour with because we want that shit sharp. So I'm probably gonna use this, and we're just gonna go in like that to the hollows of our cheekbones, and I am going to use a mixture of these two, this darkest gray shade and then this like lighter black shade. So I'm just going to just kind of dip it in there. We're just gonna kind of make something like that. So I've never actually watched somebody do this part, so I'm just gonna use my phone as my mirror for a second here, and we are just going to go right into it. Okay. Cool. So we are just going to continue to blend it out like that. It's not gonna stay this harsh. We are gonna carve it out and stuff. But I'm just gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna do it on the other side. I'm gonna try to get as even as possible here. So I am going to, oh my gosh, go like that. We are just going to even ourselves out. Oh gosh. We've got that. Just going to take this white powder. I brought this side a little bit too high, so go like this. Carve out that part, and then I'm gonna carve out the bottom. Got a nice line there. And we want to kind of give that like chiseled, almost like corpse effect. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. So I'm gonna just keep on kind of trying to make it that shape. So do this, blend it. Like I said, perfection is not a requirement here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the bottom first on this one. On taking that powder, and we're gonna clean it up until we're happy with it. Okay. I am wearing pants, by the way. Oh my gosh, I just shifted my entire setup. There we go. So I'm just going to continue to blend it. We don't want it to be super, super, super harsh. So we're just gonna keep on playing with it until we're happy with it. So I'll come back whenever we're happy with it and we'll see. Okay, if we keep on messing with it, I'm not gonna be happy with it ever. So we're gonna take those same two colors. We're gonna kind of force it to blend out here. And I'm gonna blend down into my neck. You know, Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots, he used to do that little black neck thing. I'm sure it has to do with Catholic guilt or something, knowing 21 Pilots. But we're kind of gonna go with that. Kind of. Make it look like I have no neck. Then I'm just gonna do the same thing with my chin. I'm gonna go down. Now I've always wanted a chin tattoo, so maybe this is the next best thing. It's kind of giving neck beard a little bit, but that's okay. Once it starts blending down more, we'll. Now I will say I haven't seen very many people do this, but I think it's really cool. So I think I'm also going to take a little bit of this darkest shade of black just to give it a little bit more coverage and dimension. I know that this is going to be an absolute bitch to take off later, by the way. If you're looking for something easy to take off, you've come to the wrong place. So we're just going to keep it on, sculpt down into our neck right there. Cool. I wonder if I should just get black body paint to do this next time. That would be something. Okay. Cool. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit on my forehead here. So we're gonna go back in with those lighter shades, and we're gonna just kind of go around the temples like you would with just normal contour. And then we're gonna just kind of blend that into the hairline. Also gonna connect this just a little bit. Just a little bit. I guess we're going like full corpse paint, not trad gauze. No, we're not, because we're not doing the whole. We're having fun with it. But then we're gonna take that white powder. We're just gonna clean it up where we want to. Because we did go on my chin again, I'm gonna also do some more right there. And then we are going to contour our nose. So you're gonna want a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna reuse the same one from before, and I'm just gonna go in with this darkest gray shade and a little bit of that black again. Clean it up, and we're just gonna blend down from where we did that. See? I'm just gonna take this brush right here, this angled one again, and I'm just gonna connect it. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this same white powder that we've been using, and I'm just gonna clean it up right there in the middle. And then again on the sides. And we could keep on messing with it as much as we want, but so cool. So now that we're done with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to our eyebrows. Gosh, so I completely forgot to do the other part of my nose contour on camera. So what I just did was just like create like a little triangle, and I used a mixture of this brush and this brush. So I used this for the bottom part, and then I used this to get the line, and then I just kind of blended it out with that brush. I'm so sorry. But now we're gonna go for our eyebrows. So I'm gonna use this brush. It doesn't have the name of it actually written on it, but I know for a fact it's a Morphe brush. You could probably find it at most places. But it just has the angled part on one side and then the eyebrow like little spoolie on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go in with this darkest shade of black that we have here. And I think I'm gonna go for we'll just go in, we'll see where it takes us. So I'm gonna go in right here, starting at the innermost corner of my natural brow. And we are just gonna go up. And I think we're gonna go kind of angular, like that. Cool. So I don't want to go the full thickness of my actual brows, even though they're not very big, because we just want that small little eyebrow. So I'm just gonna do small little strokes till I'm happy with the shape. Okay. Okay, I think I'm happy with that shape, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it on the other side. So I don't think I've ever done my eyebrows this thin before in my life, but honestly, kind of a slay. I think they're a little bit uneven, so I'm just gonna go on and fix that real quick. But those are so freaking cute. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Expert Liquid Liner, and I'm just gonna do big ol' wings because that's another one of the signature trad goth things. So I'm just gonna go ahead, pray to the makeup gods that I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna start with the left side, so I'm gonna go ahead and move so that way y'all can see. I'm just gonna start from the outer corner. I'm gonna go all the way out to there, just a little bit past my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna close my eye, and we're gonna just connect it from there all the way down. Gonna fill it in. Make sure that you get like really close to your lash line, like basically paint on top of it. Otherwise it's just gonna look a little silly. Don't miss that inner corner either. So you're gonna just gently do that. Make sure you don't miss any spots. I think I'm gonna connect it just a little bit more at the edge there. Tiny little bit. Cool, and then we're just gonna repeat that on the other side. Hopefully you were able to see that, but yeah. Okay, so I got the other eye done. So this one ended up coming out a little bit better than this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna use a little bit of that white eyeshadow from earlier. I'm gonna use that to excuse me, just to kind of clean this one up just the tiniest bit. So we're just gonna bring that right underneath there. Oh, I'm just gonna blend that with my finger. Or maybe this tiny beauty butter will work better. There we go. Cool. So now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do, so I have this e.l.f. Satin eyeliner pencil. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a twist because it's kind of dull. Sharpen it, and I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna kind of put it in my waterline here and a little bit underneath it. If you don't make silly faces while doing your eyeliner, you're not doing it right. Then you're just gonna do that on the other eye as well. Oh my gosh, I keep on touching my eyeball. There we go. Cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a different one, and we're gonna start on our lips too, since we're right here. So a thing that I've noticed with the trad goth makeup style is that a lot of them do the angular lips, so we're gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I already have a little bit of a cupid's bow, so I'm just gonna kind of accentuate that a little bit. There we go. I don't know how people talk when they're doing their lips, but we're just gonna keep on outlining the outside of our lips. I've never really had luck with black lip liner, which is why I'm just using eyeliner, but if you have any good ones, please let me know. I have a black NYX lip liner pencil in the shade, I think it's called Venom. I think that's what they call it. But I'm just honestly not impressed with the formula, and it kind of ends up looking a little bit gray instead of black. And yeah, I'm just done about it. Are those even? No. Cool. And now, I lost the lid for this a long time ago, but this is the Morphe Mega Matte Cream Lipstick in the shade, you cannot see that, Twisted. The shade is called Twisted, but I need a new one, you could tell. But we're just gonna fill in our lips. I literally use this all the time. It's not even funny. Like, the majority of my makeup looks have this particular black lipstick. I'm not even kidding. But it's just so nice. I love it so much. I will say it doesn't have the best like stain capacity, but still. A little bit more right here. Gorgeous. I am literally living for this. I do not have the patience to do this every day, but it's cute. You know what I just realized? I forgot blush. It's okay, we'll do that right now. So I'm just gonna go in with this Benefit Shelly that I have. It's a blush, super cute. What shade is this? I think that is the shade. I think it's called Shelly. But this is my favorite blush, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take this fluffy brush right here and just kind of put a little bit right there. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. This side looks so garbage, but this side, that side looks so good. I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. But it's okay, you live and you learn. It's like my favorite thing. You live and you learn. Oh my god. Sorry. It's also scented and it smells so good. It's like just like a summery scent and it is so cute. This is kind of giving like goth clown. It looks so sexy. So I don't own false eyelashes, unfortunately. They just give me like really bad anxiety and I just hate the way that they feel on my eyes. So we're just gonna go in with this Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, one of my favorite mascaras. It's super, super, super bold, and I have relatively long eyelashes anyway, so it just kind of brings out what's already there. And we're just gonna throw that on. Woo. My little baby hairs keep on trying to get in the way. It's so cute. And then I think, just because I like it, I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of highlight, and then I think we're gonna call it done. So I have this e.l.f. highlight that I've been using forever. This is in the shade White Gold, and I think I just dropped my brush over here. I totally did. So first, I'm just gonna take a little bit on my pinky, and I'm just gonna do that right here on the tip of my nose. And I'm gonna do it again right in the center of my nose here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take some on my brush. This is a, I think it's a Real Techniques brush. It's technically a setting brush, but I like using it for my highlights. So I'm gonna go in right here. And I like to glow. I want people to see me from like 10 million miles away, you know, see me from the International Space Station. You'd be like, damn, who the fuck is that, you know? It's my favorite. See, my camera does not do it justice, but it is actually so cute. I'll definitely do some pictures or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more right here. I think I'm gonna leave my lips bare, but I am gonna go in and do a little bit underneath my brow bone, but I want to get kind of like precise, so I'm gonna use this. Just a little bit right there. And then on the other side. And then maybe a little bit on my chin. Okay. Okay, so cute. And then we're gonna go in with some setting spray. So I have this Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I think it's the Ultra Matte one. It's also broken, but wow, whatever, betrayal. But anyways, that's the finished look. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye.